Here, guys, there's another episode of DB Sports NBA Talk. Let's get back into some good NBA talk. Let's break down some of the games that happened yesterday on Monday. We had the Lakers versus the Pistons. Pistons winning 115 to 103 over the Lakers. We had the Bucks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers winning 116 to 114. Wizards versus the Warriors. Warriors winning 125 to 112. Celtics versus the Hawks. Celtics winning 123 to 93. Grizzlies versus the Nets. Nets winning 106 to 104. Kings versus the Miami Heat. Kings winning 111 to 110. Utah Jazz versus the Chicago Bulls. Utah Jazz winning 135 to 126. Knicks versus Rockets. Rockets winning 109 to 97. Hornets versus Timberwolves. Timberwolves winning 114 to 93. Magics versus Thunders. Thunder. Thunder winning 102 to 86. Trailblazers versus the Pelicans. Pelicans losing to the Trailblazers. Pacers versus the Mavericks. Pacers winning 134 to 127. That was a really high scoring game right there. There was clearly no defense in that one. We had the Raptors versus the Nuggets. Nuggets winning 121 to 119. Shows you the sense of NBA now. Pretty much when both teams score 100 points, not much defensive played anymore. 76ers versus the Suns. Suns winning 118 to 116. Spurs versus the Clippers. Clippers winning 113 to 104. Talk a little bit right here. Let's talk a little bit. I want to give you a recap a little bit about some of the games. The Suns game. What's going on here? The Suns and 76ers. Paul George made his debut. The game we'll get down to first. Made his debut for the 76ers this year. He was out with an injury. Embiid hasn't played this year. So we're going to see how Paul George is going to look as a 76er now. He looked like Paul George. That team has some interesting pieces there. We'll see with Embiid there, fully there with their team, fully there, see how the team looks. Even though Embiid has said he's not going to do the back-to-back games, and he's already pissed off a lot of people with that. A lot of people. A lot of people have got pissed off with that. So we should see with Embiid there how that season should go. Suns look good. We've been waiting for the Suns to look this good with that whole roster of a team that they have right there. We've been waiting for them to finally show themselves and the team that they have, because they have a good team with Booker, Beal, and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant right now, especially right now, is playing really, really, really well right now. He's killing it. So it should be very interesting to see how the Suns do this year. But it was overall a really good game, especially towards the last like three to 5 minutes. It was really highly entertaining. It was going back and forth. Kevin Durant with those daggers of threes, just showing how unguardable he is. That man is crazy how hard you can't guard him for shit. But let's get into the standings of each conference. Standings. Okay, for the Eastern Conference, we have the number 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers, who are really surprisingly 8-0 at the start right now. They're doing very well. It's a very long season, so let's see how that goes throughout the season if they window down a little bit. But they're very much not an easy team anymore, or a team that nobody cares since LeBron left. Celtics number 2, 7-1. Brooklyn 4-4. Knicks 3-3. Miami 3-3, and Chicago 3-4. I feel like throughout the year we'll see Boston in that 1 or 2 seed. Knicks moving up. Miami being there about around the 5th seed. Chicago might stay around the 6th sead or through the playing games. I feel like 76ers will climb up there. especially when we get more consistency with Embiid. My personal think Milwaukee might be somewhere in the playing game, mid to playing game. They won't be a top seed this year, but that's how I see it for now. It's very surprising that seeing Pistons where they are. We'll go into the Western Conference. OKC, 7-0 right now. We're getting Alex Caruso. That helped out that team so much. And get rid of that Predator. Send him off to Chicago. But getting Alex Caruso with that defense and the leadership that he has made that team way better in defense. That team could be a very sneaky team this year. OKC, Phoenix 6-1, Golden State 6-1, Houston 4-3, Lakers 4-3, Dallas 4-3. For right now, it looks like what it should be. OKC, Phoenix being up there. Golden State, it's a little bit more of a. I think people thought they were going to go down. Still very early on. Steph is doing good. They have a good little roster of a team. It doesn't really have a name besides Steph. Nobody else does great, but overall has a really good stack of team there with Golden State. But see who Golden State goes with Steph. Steph's gonna carry that team, especially off the momentum he has off the USA team. What he did in that final game. Lakers, I feel like should be somewhere at the mid pack. Dallas will probably be somewhere in the mid. Minnesota, it should be interesting. I feel Denver will pick it back up and go back up to the higher up seed if they can get their team, because their team's a little on the older roster side. But I have faith in Joker that he'll get that team back up there. I feel like Sacramento should be a team that should be somewhere in the middle to playing game series. I feel like San Antonio might get better. I think with Chris Paul, he should help out a lot with that team. But I think they should be up there moving. Houston's a little bit more of a surprise, being 4-3 to see how that season goes for them. But it's a pretty good little season with the NBA right now. It's still early on. We still got a lot to see. There's some of the teams like Milwaukee who are struggling right now, who we expected a little bit more. But we got some teams like Cleveland who are surprising us. But it should be a good year of NBA. I'm a Laker fan, so I'm going to, of course, go with the Lakers to win it. Hopefully, Lakers versus Celtics get that one more time in the end of the season. But I want to say thank you guys for the likes and subscribes and all the support. Thank you guys.